Now this is something that is just complete bullshit. I mean, it's a fucking terrible, shitty situation, but it is like complete bullshit. The police response to it. Jail for police officers in WhatsApp group with killer Wayne Couzens. They joked about raping a female colleague and talked about tasering children in the group in 2019. I mean, that last part, I completely believe cops joking about that. Two Metropolitan Police officers have been sentenced to 3 months imprisonment after sharing offensive messages in a WhatsApp group with Wayne Couzens. PC Jonathan Cobbin, 35, and former PC Joe Borders, 46, were members of a chat called Bottle and Stoppers with Couzens, and they shared racist, homophobic, misogynistic, and ableist messages before he murdered Sarah Everard. For those of you that don't know, Wayne Couzens is the serving police officer who arrested like a woman telling her she was under investigation and then took her away somewhere and murdered her and all that. And it was an absolutely terrible fucking rotten thing. Like just absolutely diabolical, especially from someone that's supposed to be in a position of trust. And it fucking absolutely rocked the nation and shook it. Westminster Magistrates Court heard how they joked about raping a female colleague, talked about tasing children and people with disabilities, and displayed racist views in the group in 2019. This was obviously just fucking memery. Like, I'm sorry, like, I saw this group chat with men and they were making racist jokes and rape jokes. Yeah, it was a group chat for men. It was a group chat that had men in it, and they were making such jokes. Like, I do it all the fucking time. I joke about shit like that all the time, but that's what they are, fucking jokes. It's men just saying fucking horrible fucking shit to each other, trying to make each other laugh over who can say the most outrageous thing. I mean, it's like anyone that you don't have friends, do you? You've never been invited to a group chat. You're the guy that people make the other group chat and keep you out of it. You're that guy. The messages were discovered after then serving Met Officer Couzens kidnapped, raped, and strangled to death 33-year-old marketing executive Miss Everard in March of last year. Corbyn was found guilty of 3 counts of sending grossly offensive messages on a public communications network, while Borders was convicted of 5 charges after a Westminster Magistrates Court trial. District Judge Sarah Turnock jailed Corbyn and Borders for 12 weeks on Wednesday, saying she could not think of more grossly offensive messages, which means it was Section 127 of the Communications Act that they were charged under. Now, why such an extreme fucking response to stupid little fucking messages that literally hurt no one? Right, there was who was the victim here? There was no fucking victim. It was a private group chat that nobody fucking knew about until the police went in and fucking looked for it. There was no victim. Basically, they were offered up as sacrificial goats. That's what they were. It came out that, oh, he was in a group chat with these horrible guys, and even though all these guys did was say a bunch of edgy meme shit, the public now knew, and the public were baying for blood, and unfortunately, a large portion of the public have turned into the finger men, where because some people said some mean shit, oh, you said some mean things that didn't violate anyone's rights in any way, well, I believe you should have your human rights violated. So, yeah, if you're in favour of this, you're in favour of violating human rights. Sorry. Not sorry. The pair were bailed ahead of an appeal against their convictions at the High Court. Shit, they actually got a High Court appeal? Fucking hell, must be nice. They encapsulated the full range of prejudice views, racism, misogyny, ableism, homophobia, the judge said. When you got to cover all the bases, it is the group chat after all. There was no intention on the part of the defendants to cause any harm to the persons whom these messages related. Oh, look at you understanding how the male group chat works, or the minor groups of society who are undoubtedly affected by these messages. She continued, affected in what way? They weren't affected by these messages in any way whatsoever. All of them went about their day and they were absolutely fine. The only reason that they got affected by them was because you found them and then put them in front of them for everyone to see. I mean, that's how they got affected. That is how they got affected. You're a fucking arsehole. You're an idiot. You have absolutely no idea how, like, the transfer of information fucking works. I mean, that's like a basic fucking thing. I can't be affected by something that I don't know about. Right? I'm not affected by shit like that. If someone takes it and then sticks it in front of me and goes, look at this. This man got offended by what you said. No, you're the one that went and put it in front of him. If anything, you're the one that offended him. You should go to jail. So if anything, the officers who actually put this out into the public are the ones that committed the offence. They're the ones that actually caused the grossly offensive messages to be spread to people because it was a private group chat and nobody knew about it. The persons to whom these messages relate will undoubtedly be caused great distress by knowing police officers find it funny to joke about them in such a deeply offensive manner. Well, they didn't until you told them and showed them the fucking message. And also, these were from 2019. Did anything happen as a result? No, they didn't, because it's fucking jokes. Because it's jokes in a private group chat that nobody knew about until you put them in front of everyone. Same as my fucking Nazi pug video. No one fucking knew about it until the news and newspapers plastered it fucking everywhere. Again, if they hadn't have fucking done that, I'd still be a fucking bouncer working in Glasgow. I'd be doing the doors. That's what I'd still be doing. But you just had to stick it in front of everyone's face, didn't you? But then, to be honest, thank you. Launched my career. The judge said the messages represent jokes specifically targeted or about people or groups as police officers they had sworn an oath to protect. Yeah, from crime, from actual human rights violations, not someone making a joke about them in a private group chat. Because I guarantee you, out there right now, right, there'll be thousands, possibly tens of thousands of private group chats making jokes about me. That must mean that I am the most oppressed person in the face of the earth and the police should do something about it. I demand justice. I demand that they go out and investigate everyone's group chat to make sure that, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I'm furious. I'm very, very put out. Miserable, even. Depressed. At the thought that people might be making jokes about me. It's absolutely terrible. It's awful. I demand a full and police investigation, the entirety of Scotland Yard, if you can spare it. If you're not busy arresting other people for tweets. Significant harm has undoubtedly been caused to the public confidence in policing as a result of these offences. No, I basically, because I understand how people work. It's a kind of skill that you pick up from being alive. Yes, I understand that people out there are making jokes in private group chats, even about me, because they're people, and that's what people do. If you did not know that, you have no business being a judge. Because one of the key elements in understanding a judge in order to be able to mete out punishments and decide what sentence someone should get is to be able to understand the human condition, human behaviour, how humans act, how they interact, how they exchange information, why could they have committed such acts and things like that. If this is what you think, you have no business being a judge. In fact, it's dangerous for you to be a judge. It's actually dangerous for you to be a judge if you do not understand one of life's most basic lessons. And instead you've opted to violate someone's human rights. You've committed the greater offence. You've literally committed the greater offence. These guys told some jokes in a private chat. In a private fucking chat. You have then taken away their jobs and their freedom for 3 fucking months. Like, you're the bad guy here. You're the one that violated fucking human rights. Basically, if a Nuremberg of Britain ever happened, you would be up there on the fucking block. Like, you know that, right? You're the one that fucking committed the gross offence here. And there we are, it's the fucking end of the article. Right, now. What happened to Sarah Everard obviously is fucking terrible, right? It's rotten, it's terrible, it's fucking disgusting, it's fucking disgraceful, right? One of the things that always bothers me is you're not allowed to carry any self-defense weapons at all in fucking Britain. Now, I believe that we should all be able to own fucking tanks if we want, but I am prepared to meet the government halfway, right? Even though this would be a sexist and discriminatory law, I'm happy to meet the government halfway on this. I feel that women, at the very least, should be allowed to carry pepper spray and a taser. Make those legal. And even if it's like for women are allowed to carry these, fine, whatever, it's a step in the right direction. But at least I know that women will be safe. What are you going to do if these women are running around with tasers and pepper spray and it's going to be dangerous? No, it won't, because I'm going to do this really crazy thing where I don't try and rape any of them. There you are, I'm fine. Everybody's fine. Just don't try and assault or rape women, and you don't have to worry about the pepper spray and the tasers that they're carrying. It's crazy that, isn't it? It's weird how that fucking works. Don't poke the rattlesnake in the eye and it won't fucking bite you. There you are. Problem fucking solved. However, these guys, just because they were in the group chat with a guy who went on to fucking murder someone, And because the messages then came out there because of the fucking court case, they've been offered up as sacrificial goats. If this was any other fucking investigation, they'd be getting pulled in with their fucking police sergeant, and the police sergeant would just say, "Don't do that. Delete the group chat, delete the messages. Just don't say things like that to each other." And that's all it would have been. But unfortunately, the public are the public just don't give a fuck about human rights, to be honest.